human beings. Nicolas Jackson had got his hopes up. He thought that he was going to go and play for Bayern Munich, be the heir apparent to Harry Kane, and now he's been told you have to come back to Chelsea, and I think his feelings are a little bit hurt because this summer Chelsea have gone out and signed João Pedro and Liam Delap. But football is football. You know, we all have to do things that we don't necessarily like to do. He's got a contract with Chelsea, which he extended last September, and the contract runs to 2033. So he's a Chelsea player for another 8 years, and Chelsea are paying his wages. Now, if you look at it from Bayern Munich's point of view, it would be different if this was a permanent deal. But guess what? They absolutely insisted all along that they did not want a permanent deal. They said, we don't have the finances to do a permanent deal. It has to be a loan. Now, if it was a permanent deal, I think Chelsea would be thinking, OK, we're getting 50, 60, 70 million pounds. We've got to act quickly to sign a replacement. We've got 48 hours. Now, that is not the case because they're not getting that fee. And in any case, even if they were, there are very few strikers available in the market at such a late stage. Having said that, I don't know. If Bayern Munich desperately want the player, they've always got the option of picking up the phone to Chelsea and saying, guess what? Let's make it a permanent deal. But there is no indication that that is what they're prepared to do. So I know this is a very unique and awkward situation, but I think Chelsea are expecting everybody to act professionally. Because, after all, this is not a permanent deal. This is just a loan. And as I said, as far as I know, there is no paperwork, no signatures, no contract signed. It's
interesting, isn't it? It's a sort of a theme of this window has been players who've just, been really struggling to accept the reality of where they are, whether it be Johan Wissa, whether it be Alexander Isak, and now with this Nicolas Jackson. Well, we'll see. We've got just less than 48 hours to go in this transfer window. So I wonder where Marc Guehi will be in 2 days' time. Will he be at Crystal Palace? Will he be at Liverpool? What can you tell us?
I think it's more likely that he'll be at Liverpool because Liverpool have made an offer for him. The offer is £35 million plus a 10% sell-on clause. The big question is that acceptable to Crystal Palace? I think it's very, very close to being acceptable. We've been telling you over the last few weeks that Crystal Palace want a figure starting with a 4. They value him at least £40 million. But I think if Liverpool were to say, OK, we'll give you 35 plus 5 in add-ons, maybe then Crystal Palace would be tempted to do a deal. The other really important thing for Crystal Palace is you heard from Oliver Glasner yesterday. He made it clear. He thinks it's too late to sell Marc Guehi. He thinks it's too late to bring in a replacement who is as good as experienced as Marc Guehi.
It's not his decision, though, is it?
Well,
he might say, I want this player to stay, but ultimately it's
the decision. It is the decision of the people who run the club.
Right.
He does have a say in it. But I think
he has a say.
He has
but not
a
the ultimate say.
He doesn't have the ultimate say.
Yeah.
But I think Crystal Palace need to bring in replacements.
Yeah.
If they're going to sell Marc Guehi, they're not going to say to their head coach, your leader, your best defender, one of your key players is going after Eberechi Eze has gone and we're not bringing in replacements. They're working hard to bring in replacements. They've been trying to get Joe Gomez from Liverpool as well, on loan. But Liverpool are saying that is not possible at all. We're not interested in that deal. One other line to bring you actually from Chelsea as well. We told you earlier today that they have made a bid to Barcelona, 40 million euros for Fermin Lopez. They're still waiting for an answer from Barcelona about that. It's been an incredible 24 hours in the life of Chelsea. I think one of my colleagues at the BBC, Nizar Kinsella, said it's been a whirlwind 24 hours because yesterday they had 4 forwards. At the moment, they've got 1, but of course, they've told Nicolas Jackson to come back.
Yeah.
So they will have 2. They've also won a game in the Premier League, beating their local rivals. Alejandro Garnacho, their new signing, was at that game as well. So as usual, there's a lot going on at Chelsea. I think we could devote a whole programme just to them.
Yeah, for sure. I mentioned it before. I mean, we have to mention Alexander Isak with 2 days to go till the window shuts. What can you tell us in terms of how this situation might ultimately pan out, Carve?
I've got to tell you what I've been saying for a long time is I don't think Liverpool would pay £150 million for a player. If you look at the way Liverpool act in the transfer market, pretty much all the time they are very, very disciplined, and they